Hello everybody, this is MRG Mapping, and I'm bringing to you a video that will hopefully answer all the questions about what shaders I use, how to install them, what presets I use, and hopefully I can answer all those questions for you guys because I've been getting asked during stream, on pictures, everywhere I get asked, what shaders do you use? So I'm going to teach you how to install these shaders. Super simple. Easy process to get you a better looking game, and this is specifically for farm sim, but you could probably use the same procedure for other games, other video games, and have different shaders for them as well. I know other people use different shaders for American Truck Sim, etc., etc. I haven't tried them on other games. I just use it for farm sim because other games look good, and farm sim doesn't quite have the right shaders. I don't know. Anyways. So I'm going to walk you through downloading, setting it up, and then I'm hopefully going to show you some of the presets that I use once we get it installed properly. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do, I'm going to try to include the link in the description, MRG. Make sure if you're editing and listening to this right now, make sure you include that link in the description, mister. Reshade.me. Okay. That's literally the link. Reshade.me. Okay. You're going to hit this download button. Download the latest version of it. I know that there are previous versions that people do like more. You could probably find them doing a Google search. I know someone has them archived, previous Reshade, iterations of Reshade.me. I'm just going to use the latest one. Okay, it should install into your downloads folder. You can drag it to the desktop if you want. You can just open it in the downloads folder. I have it on the desktop for ease of use. I'm going to run. Probably need to get admin permission too. Okay, so click here to select a game and manage its Reshade installation. Okay, cool. All right, it's going to populate with a bunch of games that you can do this on. So you can see American Truck Sim in there. It's populating. We want Farm Sim. All right. Now we don't want the icon, the desktop icon, which is this right here. We don't want this one that says Giant Software Dedicated Server. Don't want that, excuse me, I got the sniffles. And we want Giants Engine 8.0.0. Go ahead and click on that. Which rendering API does Giants Engine use? It uses OpenGL. I could be wrong about that, but I'm 99% certain that it's OpenGL. Okay, it's going to give you effect packages that you can install. You can install all of these if you want. I'm just going to do SweetFX by CJ, just the standard one. But these other shaders, you can go ahead and install those too and see how those, and play around with the shaders. You know, you don't have to use my presets when we're in there. But, you know, all these packages come with different stuff. I don't believe SweetFX by CJ comes with Magic Bloom, which is something that I use quite a bit. I'm not sure. There's a licit here. That's everyone uses MXAO too. I just for some reason cannot get that to work on my version. I'm sure people are further adjusting their shaders in the base game files, but I'm gonna go with SweetFX by CJ for now. Click OK. So it's going to files to install. These are the SweetFX files. So these are all of the preset. These are all these little presets that you can use when you boot Reshade in game. All right. Excuse me. For the longest time, I just used sepia. I'll show you what that looks like. It just makes it look a lot like the picture in the background. That's awful. Oh no. Why did I do that? Can I do that? Oh, that's really easy. Cool. I can just click and drag on that. I just wanted to move this out of the way. The picture in the background, it'll look a lot more like that. Like more like fall, you know, like a farm should look. So I'm going to click OK. Okay, it says Reshade setup was successful. Cool beans. And then it says under here, you may now close the setup tool or click this button to edit additional settings to uninstall Reshade. This tool, launch this tool and select the game again. So if you want to uninstall it, all you have to do is go through this same setup process, click on Giants Engine 8.0.0 again, and then it'll give you an option to, it'll say, this is Reshade's already installed on this. Do you want to uninstall it? So, and you'll be like, yeah, I want to install it. It's not working for me. All right. So we're going to boot Farm Sim. Okay. Now it's going to show up here. Look at this. Reshade 4.9.1. I don't know if this is the latest version. Maybe it's not. I'm pretty sure it is. 4.9.1. Loading 31 effects. So this may affect your loading time for your game. You know, if you're running a lot of mods, that's already going to affect your loading time. But you know, when you're loading in extra shaders with these packages, it's going to take a little extra time, especially when you download it for the first time. If you ever run into troubles with shaders, you can let me just, while this is loading, taking forever to load, dear Lord, we can go into here, go to click. I have my farming simulator folder. Oh no, you don't want this. You want to go to documents. I apologize. That's the base game files right there. But you can go to my games, farming simulator 2019. You can go down to, if this is another thing that you can solve when your game freezes on the loading screen, or it's just loading. One common fix is to clear your shader cache. You just go into documents, my games, farming simulator 2019, and find this folder that says shader_cache, and you can just delete it. You just delete it, restart the game, and it'll load up a new shader. So your presets will all be gone, but it should boot up. Okay, what's going on here, FarmSim? Okay, it took me a little while. I had to restart the game, but got it open. Okay, so Reshade is now installed successfully. Press home to start the tutorial. Yeah. It looks like the shaders are already applied. It's blinding my eyes right now. So it's probably got my presets already loaded up. So you can go through this tutorial and read. It's like 4 paragraphs. It's not that long, not that bad of a read. So go through this, read it. I'm not going to. Okay, so these are my presets. These are if you just did the normal Sweet Effects package, these are what you get. Okay, and you can monkey with all these and see what you can get. Obviously, like adding more or certain shaders are going to affect your game performance. I know when I use HDR, fake HDR, that can cause FPS drops for me. But do whatever works for you. You know, go through and if you selected those other effect packages, those other shader packages, like, yeah, I click through those and use those as well, and see what works for you, man or girl. So this did not come with Magic Bloom, but what I do use is I will use Magic Bloom. You can use the search bar to search for these, by the way. I'll use SMAA, HDR, fake HDR, or HDR, and I will use tint. I will use the sepia tint, and that will give you this tinted background. I can actually let's see if I can. No, let's keep that on. So that's without HDR. HDR looks a lot better in game. The menu looks awful with the HDR on for some reason. It could be just the intensity. You can adjust the power of it down here. You can increase it up here, make those darker tones. You can see the contrast is changing a little bit. I probably need to go through and adjust my HDR because it's hurting my eyes. For the longest time, I just used sepia. So I just used this, and it made you know, when you're using the seasons mod, it makes it look so much better. Even though like the seasons mod is awesome. But yeah, those are the 3 plus Magic Bloom. I bet it looks a lot better when I have Magic Bloom enabled. For some reason, it's not in the Sweet FX package anymore. I wonder if it got moved to a different shader package. And yeah, that's it. That's all you need to know. For installing very, very basic, easy to use shaders that you can just press the home button anytime you want and activate them. Very easy. Very easy uninstallation. Is that a word? You just go through the same process that we went through, but it'll get to the point where it's like, you already have this installed. Do you want to install it? And you just click yes. Super easy stuff. And again, like I said before, if your game, and this happens on the vanilla game as well, if you're stuck like loading a map and it's just giving you that spiral of death, just go into and find your farming simulator folder where the mods folder is. Most of you know where that is. And delete the shader cache folder in there and then reload the game and you'll be perfectly fine. All right. If you found this video helpful, subscribing really helps. Subscribing to the channel really helps. Liking the channel really helps. And I hope this answered your questions, and I will see you guys next time, hopefully on the next live stream or the next uploaded video. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys later.